Is Spirited a new holiday movie classic, or are we better off sticking to the original, A Christmas Carol? Let's find out. Spirited features a hefty cast including Will Farrell, Ryan Reynolds, Octavia Spencer, and Tracy Morgan, among others. It follows the same exact premise as Charles Dickens' classic story, A Christmas Carol, except with a new modernized twist. It plays both as a comedy and a musical. The movie follows Ryan Reynolds as the modern-day Scrooge in a way, except as the young leader of a digital media company by the name of Clint Briggs, played by Ryan Reynolds. His company prides itself on using slander and lies to boost their own popularity, until his life gets turned upside down by Will Farrell and his crew from the afterlife as they follow the classic idea of his past, present, and future. At first, the musical aspect of the movie was a bit confusing. I was wondering why there was so much singing and why they decided to add song and dance numbers to this retelling. I heard someone in the theater behind me audibly say, "Oh, kill me now." Yes, that is a true story. But after I became more numb to it, the musical numbers were actually pretty decent, all things considered, especially since Reynolds, Ferrell, and Octavia Spencer aren't particularly known for their singing chops. Speaking of which, let's talk about the cast and the acting. One of the major gripes I have with the movie is the bland and unoriginal characters. Ryan Reynolds is back playing the exact same wise guy he plays in all his other movies. Don't get me wrong, he is a solid actor, but in recent time, he's become typecasted and appears to play virtually the exact same character with the same sort of meta jokes, and it personally just doesn't really resonate with me. I don't really find his brand of humor that funny or interesting. Now, as far as Will Farrell is concerned, he too falls victim to the same kind of typecast trope. But granted, he too is a good actor. With that being said, I didn't mind Will Farrell as much in the movie, and he holds it down with what he has. Same with Octavia Spencer as Clint's conflicted yet kind assistant. I was actually really surprised to see her in this movie. That is not a diss, even though it sounds like it. Now onto the writing. I'm not a huge fan of comedy movies as it is. I can enjoy them here and there, and they are almost always entertaining, but they've never been my go-to genre of movie. With that being said, a good portion of the jokes in Spirited come off as either very corny or trying way too hard, especially with modern day jokes sprinkled in that rarely land. I chuckled about 3 or 4 times throughout the whole movie. It struggles to really get its footing going until the halfway point. The very beginning, first quarter of the movie is a bit painful at times. I will say though that I liked how they twisted the story a bit to focus more on the ghost of Christmas past, and his story as well. It was a unique spin on the classic story and set the stage for some funny moments and interesting set pieces, even though it didn't make complete sense in the movie. Spirited also takes a surprisingly dark turn to show the impact that Clint can have on the other characters, which was pretty surprising actually. But other than this, a few moments of spark, Spirited ends up being very predictable in its punchlines and plot. With all that being said, I would be lying if I wasn't at least somewhat entertained throughout, and the choreography/score were pretty solid overall. For what they were trying to achieve, and for the demographic they were trying to target, it did its job despite the corniness. And the message does stand alone enough to give you that holiday cheer, even though it stumbles along the way. Spirited gets a semi-disappointing 6.3 out of 10. Yes, I know that's a very oddly specific score, but it just feels right. Anyways, if you saw Spirited, let me know what you thought of it below. Did it quench your holiday cheer? Or did it leave you wanting more like me? Let me know below. Let me know what movies you'd like us to review. And if you're interested and you enjoyed this video and you made it this far, please make sure to subscribe and hit that notification button to stay up to date with all the latest movie reviews, all the latest features and lists. Thank you very much for the support and have an awesome rest of your day.